Question number 5 asks you to identify the domain and range of the function, and really what we did in this chapter was we did it by looking visually at the graph. So we're going to go and enter this function into our calculator. So you want to put in the square root of x minus 5 plus 2. And we're going to graph this and identify the domain and range using the graph, and then we'll write it in interval notation. So now that we've got it in here, you click on graph, and you can see over here on the right we've got all 3 screens, so you can see what we entered in, what the graph looks like, and then down at the bottom there's the table. And we've got the graph. What we really want to do is look visually and see where does this function, if you're looking at the x-axis, where is it? And if you count over with me, you can see, or if you know from the transformations, it moved over 5 steps. Okay, so we know that the domain, we can see nothing happens before 5. Okay, there's nothing, the graph doesn't start until 5. So as we get to our domain, we're going to start with 5, but then it keeps going to the right for infinity. So 5 is our starting point. We put brackets here and say 5. That's our first point. It keeps going to the right as far as we can see. There's no stop, so it goes all the way to positive infinity. And that's our domain. Measuring along the x-axis which x values were being used. Okay. Now the range then is measuring on the y-axis, and so you want to look from lowest to highest what y values are being used by this function. The lowest one here, if you can look down in the table, is that same point where the 5 came from. That's also the lowest point of the square root function here, and so it's at 2. So the very beginning point of our range is at 2, and then it also continues to rise up to infinity. So there's your domain and range, and that's